Welcome to Lafayette, Louisiana, home to the Ragin Cajuns of the University of Louisiana and the South. Looking for a productive play on first down. Give to the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt, to win the SEC is a long road. You know about that, I know about that personally, and they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The give to Davis. And the Ragin Cajuns will move the sticks.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got...
Gonna take a shot at this DB. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. After the misconnection, it's second down.
Listen, I know DBs don't catch the ball real well, but to be a defensive back...
He'll take a shot. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Hauls it in. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Ragin Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. Run in the red zone, it's Williams. Pulled down after a pickup of 3 balls at the 13. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Give to the running back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one splits the uprights. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Hand off from the shotgun. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Off play action. He lets it fly. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're scaring it 3rd.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. 6th play of the drive coming up. Comes out throwing on first down. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. And the Ragin' Cajuns will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our...
He wants to go deep. And he makes the catch inside the 10. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
He uncorks one deep. And he reels it in inside the 30. He was off to the races and maybe another step or 2 and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Well, you talk about getting out of jail free. They changed that field position in a heartbeat, and now they're ready to roll. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
No rest for the wicked for this offense. They are taking shots. You just saw a big explosive play on the previous one, and right away they get back to the line of scrimmage.
Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. Not a chance. Missed it. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin' Cajun offense headed to the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to... He's taking the shot. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Couldn't get anything done on 1st down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really 4-down territory now. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Steps away to find some room. At the 40, there he goes. And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks. The Ragin' Cajuns will snap it on 1st and 10. The inside handoff.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll ride Davis here. And the Ragin' Cajuns have a 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this one.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, running back on the move. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own.
And the quarterback's in the pocket, and he decides to take off and scramble and just couldn't get to the first down marker. You could tell he wanted to pass the football. Maybe it wasn't there. Maybe he scrambled a little bit too soon, but usually when you take...
On first down, here comes this offense. To the ground with the back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer ones.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put 1 mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because.
Going up top. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. 1 for 2 on 4th down attempts so far, and we will get a 3rd attempt here. Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after. Offense set on 1st down. It's a draw. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do they do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
He wants to throw. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he's got it inside the 25. Touchdown. Just about 30 seconds to go, and you want to score, but the last thing you need to do is give up a cheapie. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He's going to run it.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Pocket starts to collapse. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already. If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's got it. And they'll knock him down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Slams it ahead. And he takes it to the house. First down here for the offense. The give to Davis. At the 45 on his way. He's racked up 92 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. They'll give it to him again. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They want to run it left here. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man to the left. And he's still running after the move. Touchdown, Cajuns! They take the lead with the 6. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Trying play action. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Ragin Cajuns in the hurry-up. Try to get it on the ground. How about that defense? The offense set for a first down play. They'll ride Davis here. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They'll run play action. And they knocked him down almost immediately.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The offense has converted just 1 time in 4 4th down attempts, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And the Ragin' Cajuns have this offense rolling. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. That is no good. After that... Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Off play action on 1st down. He's going to take off. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Just feeds the running back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The give to Davis. Across the 25, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's looking to throw. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Handoff from the gun. And he fights his way forward, gets away from 1, but not much doing on that one.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall, now 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to fire deep. He's got it down the left side. Boy, are they loving that huge play. He's got it down to the 9.
And that's what makes this offense so dangerous. They've got playmakers all over the field. Here they are on their own side of the 50, 3rd and long. On any given play, they can take it the distance. They do right there. Not just moving the chains, but setting themselves up now 1st and goal.
Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
He wants to throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ragin Cajuns. This is like a baseball pitcher. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Quick handoff. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. It's caught downfield. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Well, I know everyone expected this guy to put up big numbers, but I don't know if anyone thought he could go for over 2,000 receiving yards on the year, but he did with that last catch. Wow.
Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a 1st down. The give to the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He leaves it with his back. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin' Cajun offense headed to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
3rd and inches coming, maybe the biggest play of the game. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Ragin' Cajuns will line it up on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Quarterback will audible. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. This is a big third down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let it go. Grabs it inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance.
And I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But the goal is to get a touchdown. So let's see what this offense dials up next.
Well, 2 things you're thinking about here offensively is, 1, you want to take as much time off the clock. But 2, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a 2-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
He'll keep it on the sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so much.